Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here. This is what if Naruto was in the anbu part 3. I'm going to be making what if Naruto had the Dollar Burst part 3 as well. So all 4 new what ifs will be on part 3, and they will be pretty much the same. Well, not the same as the storyline. There will be a steady pace. So tomorrow I'm probably gonna make the 3 what ifs I made yesterday, and then again. So Naruto is now adopted by Kakashi because the root has been taken down, and Naruto is feeling love for the first time, but he still needs to train, and he still is cold to Kakashi's dad. So that, and Kakashi is like, yes, son, with a smile, with a happy look in his eyes, and Naruto is kind of moved by this because someone's actually treating him like a normal person now, and he's like, can I learn one of the ninjutsus you did in the Zabuza fight? And Kakashi's like, do you mean the Chidori? And Naruto's like, yes, I want to learn that. And he is kind of shy because he never really understood how to ask people properly. Usually he's just plain rude to Danzo. Is like, Danzo, give me ninjutsu, something like that. And Naruto is kind of shy, and Kakashi understands why, because Naruto has been sheltered for pretty much his whole life, and now he's like, it's the first time in years he can act like he wants to. And he's like, yes, I can teach you, but it will be really hard since you need the Sharingan to master it. And Naruto's like, well then that's impossible. And Kakashi's like, no, before I got this Sharingan from my friend Obito Uchiha. And Naruto's like, Obito Uchiha, I've heard of him. He died in a mission in Kanabi Bridge, didn't he? And Kakashi's like, how do you know this? And Naruto's like, basically, I was just going through the files that Danzo was trying to hide from me, and I didn't really care. And I saw this mission about Kanabi Bridge and how you, I think your teammate Rin, the 4th Hokage, and Obito were all separated. Apparently, Rin got captured by 3 shinobi. I'm not sure from which village, but then Obito Uchiha tried to save her, and you went with him while the 4th Hokage was taking care of the other half of the mission. You guys went to get Rin back, and apparently he saved you from a boulder, and he died and gave you the Sharingan. And I don't know anything after that because he's never been. It was about Danzo walked into me, and he's like, what are you doing? And Naruto had to run, even though he got beaten. And Kakashi's like, this kid knows way too much about me. I need to keep more secrets, I think. And then Naruto's like, you don't have to keep secrets from me anymore. I am your son now. And Kakashi just thinks to himself, wait, how did he know this? Naruto is a sensory ninja, and is starting to feel how people... He can tell how people look, like, because he saw Danzo always hiding things from him, and now he can tell when people are trying to hide things from him. So Kakashi says, well, before I got the Sharingan, I never had the Chidori mastered, because I did make it before I had the Sharingan, and I was thinking of making a new technique with the fundamentals of the Chidori. And Naruto's like, can we do it together? And so, and Kakashi's like, we can learn it after the preliminaries. There is only 1 day left. And Naruto's like, alright. And so he's like, what are we gonna do today? And Kakashi's like, we're going to go have some fun hanging out together, some quality family time. And he was really serious about this, and Naruto's like, alright. So they go out together, and they see his Naruto is kind of smiling because he gets to spend time with his new father, and he actually thinks that Kakashi is his new father, and he wants to trust him, but he's still cold towards others because he's not used to it. And Sasuke notices that Naruto's with Kakashi, and Kakashi looks happy to be with Naruto, and he thought, is Kakashi gay? And And Kakashi's and then Naruto is like, "Hey Kakashi, I mean, hey father, hey dad," and Kakashi like, "Yes son," and uh, sorry guys, Sasuke overheard that and he was completely confused. He's the look on his face was literally confusion itself, and he literally runs up to Kakashi and is like, "Kakashi, Naruto's your son," and Kakashi is like, I have adopted him a few days ago." Yes, and Naruto's like, "You got any problems, Uchiha?" He just calls Sasuke Uchiha, not Sasuke anymore, because he's still called. And then Kakashi's like, "Naruto, you should call your friends by their first name, not the second or clan name." And Naruto's like, "Alright dad," and he calls him Sasuke, and Sasuke's like, "No, I was just confused," and that explains your strength. And Naruto's like, and no, so basically Naruto's like, "Now leave us alone, we're having some quality family time." And Kakashi is wants to laugh at that because, well, Naruto is trying to kind of take the piss out of how Kakashi said. Then Kakashi can just says, "Come on, son, let's go." And and Naruto continues saying, "Can we go get ramen?" And Kakashi's like, "You wanna eat already?" And Naruto's like, "It is noon and it's lunchtime. I usually eat ramen now." And Kakashi's like, "Yeah, I'll treat you today." So they're going to the ramen shop, and they see that Team 8 is there. Same with well, and not Team 8, Sakura, Ino, and Hinata are there. And Sakura greets Kakashi, saying, "Hello, Kakashi Sensei," and Ino's like, "Oh, hello, Kakashi Sensei," and Hinata's like, "How's your day been?" And then out of nowhere, Naruto walks in because he was behind Kakashi, and Kakashi walked in first. And Naruto's like, "So, Dad, what is your favorite ramen?" And everyone is completely confused because Naruto just called him dad and he wasn't acting cold towards him, because they know that Naruto is a cold guy and he doesn't really care about anyone because he was trained in the anbu. They know about this one because they heard rumors. And they're like, "Wait, Naruto, your dad is Kakashi?" And Kakashi is like, "I'll explain on another day. Right now I'm spending quality time with my son." And they have ramen and they walk out and they say, "Hey son, how about we go and play some games on near the arcade, in the arcade." It's not an actual arcade, it's just basically like a uh, game stool where you throw balls and that. And it's kind of unfair if ninjas do it, and they basically do it and they win pretty much everything, but they actually give the gifts to someone else. And Naruto gives them with a smile. Well, they give the rewards to different kids, and Naruto has a smile in his face because he really likes doing this, giving back to people, to kids that actually want these stuff, and spending time with his father or new father. So the day is over and they're about to go sleep, and Kakashi's like, "So what do you want for dinner?" Well, they weren't gonna go sleep, they're gonna eat first and then go sleep. And Kakashi's like, "So what do you want for dinner?" And Naruto's like, "Usually I have just a full cabbage." And Kakashi's like, "Are you being serious?" And Naruto's like, "How do I keep this fit then?" And Kakashi's like, "Even if you have cabbage, it's not all the nutrients. How about I make you fish?" So Kakashi's house is near a pond, so he goes out there and Naruto follows, and they catch two fish and they fry them up. And Kakashi's like, "Thank you for the food," and Naruto never really says that, and he's like, "Oh, let me try that as well. Thank you for the food," but he doesn't really understand who he's saying it to, but it's just tradition, and it's culture. Well, I believe it's culture. If it's not, please don't take it as an offense. I know some people could. So now the day is over, they're going to sleep, and Naruto wakes up really early, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, it's time to wake up." And Kakashi's like, "Oh, wait, what? It's 6 a.m. I wake up at 7." And Naruto's like, "Well, we need to go for a morning jog, don't we?" And Kakashi's like, "You do that?" And Naruto's like, "Yeah, of course," with a smile on his face, because he still wants he basically wants to spend the most time with Kakashi because it is his new father. So this episode is more about Naruto and Kakashi and the preliminaries. Then next month is probably going to be Kakashi first teaching Naruto the fundamentals of the Chidori, and then telling Naruto that he's going to train Sasuke as well because he is his sensei, and it's kind of unfair that he only teaches him. And she's that, and so the matches are the same, just that Naruto annihilates Kiba, and then in the afternoon they do get told that there is a 1 month training, and Sasuke goes to Kakashi and asks him for training, and Kakashi is like, I'll be training you the last 3 weeks. At first I want to train Naruto, I want to train my son. And uh so Sasuke is kind of jealous of Naruto because he is getting all the training from Kakashi, and he is already strong enough. And Naruto is like, so you're going to train him in the last 3 weeks? And then Kakashi is like, yeah, so it's fair, and you are basically the strongest in the team, and we need to make it a bit more balanced. And then he's like, then you should train Sakura as well. And Kakashi is like, Sakura doesn't like training, I don't know what to do with her. And Naruto is like, you need to be more strict. And then out of nowhere they meet Jiraiya the Toad Sage, and well, not the Toad Sage, I forgot his name, Jiraiya the Gallop, whatever. So they meet Jiraiya, and Jiraiya is like, oh, Kakashi, who's that? And Kakashi is like, this is my son Naruto Uzumaki. And oh well, Naruto Hatake. Well, Naruto did take the Hatake name, even though he wears the Uzumaki seal just to show. And well, Naruto calls himself an Uzumaki, but he knows that he's part of the Hatake family now. And Jiraiya is intrigued and is like, so I've heard that there's a 1 month training. Does Naruto want to get trained? And Kakashi is that I will be training Naruto for the first week and then training Sasuke for the next 3. And you can train Naruto for the last 3 weeks as well if you want. And Naruto is really happy about this because he knows that Jiraiya is a really strong ninja, and Jiraiya does know that Naruto was in the Anbu and was told that the Danzo was imprisoned for all the crimes he did. And Kakashi tells him that he knows a lot of jutsus, and Naruto is really cold, and you should tell him that you are his godfather and his real parents. And Jiraiya is that not yet. When he's older, he won't understand now. And so Naruto does learn the fundamentals of the Chidori in like 3 days, and the last 4 days they spend time making a new one. Well, not a Chidori. They're going to make the purple lightning, and Naruto out of nowhere just lets out purple lightning from his hand and says purple lightning, because he sees the purple from his hand and he's like, Purple Lightning sounds like a good name. So he just says Purple Lightning, and Kakashi is clapping to Naruto and is like, well done Naruto, you've actually made a new jutsu. And Naruto's really happy that he's getting patted on the head as well. And then the week is over, and Kakashi's like, so Naruto, are you ready to go train with Master Jiraiya? And Naruto's like, yeah, of course, believe it. He does start saying believe it again, well, only with Kakashi, not with anyone else. But he's not really ready to go with Jiraiya because he doesn't know if Jiraiya will treat him like normal, like Kakashi does. And Jiraiya does treat him just like Jiraiya in the original would. And Naruto really finds this calming because he's never felt like someone could actually treat him. The only 2 people that treated him like a normal person were the third and Hokage and Kakashi, his new father. And he's like, then he gets used to Jiraiya. Jiraiya does still teach him the summoning jutsu, and he teaches him the first 2 steps to the Rasengan because Naruto is so strong. And Naruto's like, thank you Jiraiya sensei, because now he's starting to smile a lot more. The 3 weeks pass, and Naruto has learned the Purple Lightning, the 2 steps to the Rasengan, but he still needs to train. And he also knows the summoning jutsu, and also he knows a bit of Earth style ninjutsu because he did develop that, since he has lightning, water, and wind. He has earth style. He doesn't know about fire release, but he will try it one day, and he's like, I'm going to have to try that. And the finals begin. So Naruto never really made the promise to Hinata, but he did want to annihilate Neji because of his attitude, and Hinata was pretty much there lying down unconscious, and Neji tried to keep going and he got stopped. So he still wanted to annihilate Neji, so he let out his purple lightning and kind of annihilated Neji. Not the same way, he actually broke his palm rotation and said, "You Neji Hyuga," with a angry look at his face, and he started screaming at him saying, "How dare you, your own cousin was completely you were ruthless towards your own cousin, she's family." Because now he treats he knows that family is important, and he will never do that to his family. And he's like, you know how much she was hurt by you, and Neji's like, why do you care? And then Neji's thought Naruto was just a like an army member, and he will always serve under Danzo. And now that he didn't, Naruto's like, do I still serve under Danzo, huh? Does fate really decide? Does destiny really decide someone's fate? Look at me now. I'm way stronger than what I was before, and I'm not Danzo's dog anymore, just like how he used to be. And Hinata's really happy that Naruto's kind of protecting her, but at the same time, he's saying that the Hyugas are bad people, except for Hinata. He's like, all the Hyugas are ruthless except for Hinata, because he does know Hinata and he kind of has some feelings to her, but he's too shy and an introvert, so he doesn't show it. So the next few fights go the same, and also I forgot to mention, Lee's fight does end up the same, because why not? And the next three fights go the same, and basically Sasuke does appear at the last moment and still penetrates Gaara's sand, and Gaara goes on a rampage. So now Gaara is on a rampage, and he is followed by Sasuke, and everyone's put under Genjutsu except for a few people. And well, Naruto's not, Sakura's not, Shino isn't, and Shikamaru. So the same things happen here, just, well, until the Gaara fight. Naruto does still feel for Gaara because he remembers how he used to be treated, and he's like, Gaara must have went through that pain as well, but at least he had family, right? And then once he was fighting Gaara, until he started fighting Gaara, it's the same. Sasuke got annihilated. Sakura is basically getting killed like the useless bee she is, and Naruto is asking Gaara, so you had family at least? I had no one, Gaara. I had no one until now. And Gaara's like, my family all hated me. Even my parents, even my mother hated me before she died. And my father, he tried to kill me 4 times. And Naruto's really sad that Gaara had to go through all that. He didn't, at least he didn't have parents who tried to kill him. And he's like, Gaara, I know how you feel, but you need to stop. Even though he's still now Naruto is like the normal Naruto, well, only towards a few people, Jiraiya, sometimes around Hinata, well, that's in the future, and Kakashi and the third Hokage, and that's the only 4 people. Otherwise, he's always cold and ruthless, and he doesn't care about anyone, and he still needs to learn that the other people are important as well. And Naruto is pretty ruthless as well against Gaara, because Gaara is on a rampage, and he summons Gamabunta and transforms him into the Nine-Tails, and does beat Gaara and says, you can be my friend, Gaara, but no one else. And Gaara's like, I mean, you can be my friend, Gaara. And Gaara's like, alright, Naruto Uzumaki. And they both faint, and Naruto does wake up. And well, Naruto isn't really fainted, because he was in Anbu, and he realizes that he cannot faint now because he needs to go back and help the third Hokage. He did see that the third Hokage was fighting, and he takes Gara. Well, he makes 3 clones, and he can barely make 3 clones. He made them, and he's going back, and he sees that Asuma is searching for them with Shikamaru on his back, and he's like, Naruto's like, it's all fine. I beat Gara. Let's go. And I mean, no. I Asuma's like, what happened, Naruto? And Naruto just ignores him and gives him a blank stare and says, it's all good. I beat Gara. Let's go. And he says it in a tone that he's in a hurry, and he basically body flickers away now, and he is, wait, so Naruto arrives to see that the third Hokage is killed, and he just wants to and he sees that the Sandfall let out the barrier after killing the 3 anbu there, and Naruto is really angry at this, and he lets out some of his rage because the third Hokage is someone that he could act normal around, and it was so ruthless. He was able to kill one of the Sandfall, but then he was put down, and the other 2 escaped with Orochimaru, and the last one escaped as well because he saw that Kakashi was glaring at him and he was about to jump. Well, Kakashi jumped and he was glaring at him, telling him to get off Naruto or he'll die. Well, it was the guy with the spider dude that was holding him down. The fat guy died, and the girl escaped with the leader, the one that can split in 2, and Kakashi is like, let my son go or you will suffer consequences. You will have to suffer the consequences. And he lets him go because he knew that Kakashi isn't someone that he can fight, and then he was about to go until Naruto says, you bastard, and then says purple lightning with his last few chakra, with the bit of his chakra that he has, and he stabs him in the shoulder, and he rips out his arm. He rips his arm off and says, I'm not done with you, and then he faints because of his chakra loss. And his clones have arrived at the stadium, and they all poof, and they Gaara, Sasuke and Sakura all fall down, and Naruto falls to the ground, and Kakashi that, no, Naruto, are you okay? And that's where I'm going to end it off. I know Naruto is starting to get back to his normal self, but he will never be the self that he was years ago when he was 4. He will be completely at the end of the series because he will have made new friendships and bonds, but right now it's like this, and that's where I'm going to end it. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all are safe, and please don't go out too much. This pandemic isn't over yet. I mean, I've seen people going out now and playing in the park right outside my house, and it is calming down a bit. People are not as scared, and some shops have opened up, like the little corner shop near my house. And I hope you all are doing well. Hope your families are doing well. Please stay safe and share this video, like it, subscribe if you're new, and also I forgot to mention in my last video, join my Discord. If you can get me to 100 members, I will be doing a Q&A, or you can follow me on Twitter. If I get 50 followers there, I will do a Q&A anyways. Or there's another way you can do it. If you get my 2 friends RATREET and Miniman, link in the description to the YouTube channel, if you get them to 200 subscribers each, I will do a Q&A. Or I'm making a new one. If you guys get me to let's say 450 subscribers by Wednesday, I will be doing the Q&A anyways. So because I'm really close to 400, so 450 by Wednesday. So there are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and well, you have Monday and Tuesday at 12 a.m. Wednesday it's over, and also you have the whole day today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe, and peace.